plunger rod assembly. First goes the spacer for the string. Then you need to assemble the plunger. First seal, then the PLA spacer, then second seal that goes in line with it, and then the backrest, so everything gets sandwiched. And here you can then insert the rod in it, and up. Here goes the pin, both sides. Good. So in the end it will be a snug fit, but you stretch the seal and then here it goes. Plunger tube assembly. That's one of the parts that has the most work, because you need first to remove the brims. The brims are really strong, and they are designed in the part because even in PLA that part warps a lot. So you need to cut it. And then I like using a deburring tool in the end, just to be sure it slides well. Okay, then what needs to be done is to insert that ridge into the plunger head ridge, and use this as an interface layer for the CA glue. So I mainly fill half this in glue to ensure there will be a good seal. And then, correct side. Here we go. So while it dries, before adding the dart pusher that will also need to be glued, I usually like to begin the frame assembly. So it's quite simple. Sorry. So, frame jointer, and there you go. This is the back section, because there are the small holes for the air vent for the plunger, and you assemble both of them. So you have the bolt handle here, and the trigger linkage there at the back. I usually do not put pins already, just put the minimal amount of one for final assembly, where you put everything back. Next assembly is the trigger mechanism. So take that trigger linkage on the top hole of the trigger. Sometimes when you turn the pins, because they have a D form, it's easier to insert in a certain direction. Then you put the back linkage here. Like that, and the cover over it. Here we go. Then you insert in the stock the linkage and put it aligning the holes for the bottom one here, and fully hide the pin there. In the trigger, put the trigger pin there. So now you have got a working trigger that will be inserted into the frame using those grip things that needs to be inserted there. So now you can insert it into the frame there and into the frame here. So working trigger. You then assemble the catch. There is a chamfer into the catch that needs to be face down. And here is a good time to put lube. A generous amount of lube there. Especially if you want to use a heavy string. That's well lubed. Then you take a small string piece or an elastic and pass it over the catch. So that way you can place it in the frame. So trigger, there is a trigger return, so the catch works well. Time to pin those two in place. I do not insert them fully yet, just for assembly time. Now the glue has set in place. Just to test fit, it will look like that. And using the plunger, this is how it will catch. And when you pull the trigger, hop, it will go there. So before putting lube inside the PT, it's time to glue the dart pusher. Simply glue it straight. So put a whole circle of glue there, insert into the dart pusher, the dart head, the plunger tube head, sorry. And then ensure that it is well inserted and straight. Time to wait a bit. Small add-on. I like to put a bead of CA glue all around the pusher there to seal. And also, if your glue is really liquid, I like also to seal it a second time all around the edge. While glue is drying, it's time to prepare the mag well. So here you insert the two O-rings. They are already inserted now. And they need to be put at the right angle so the barrel easily goes in, but have difficulty to go out. There is an angle in them. And you do the same thing here for the pusher O-ring. Those are quite tricky to go, but usually going with your finger, you should be able to insert them. Same thing, they need to be tapered in. So when you insert the barrel, they goes like that, and then squeeze when you want to remove the barrel. With fitting O-rings, you then can insert barrel and put either a barrel joiner, a second barrel and the muzzle, or directly the muzzle if you're doing the shorter version. And just be careful to put the string holes in line with the string holes. Then frame pins. And the last part to prepare the magwell is to install the mag release, which goes here. And then take this is 1/8 of an inch string or 3mm string. It's a bit tight to insert, but insert it in the mag release, and then come on. A lot easier when freshly cut. And insert it in that hole there. Go all the way. And then you want this to be a little bit stretched, but not a lot. It's not a strong force that is needed there. Just enough so the mag stays inserted. Perfect. So when you then take a mag, this is the single loader insertion, and then insert and drop. Mag well is then ready. When the CA glue is dried, it's time to do the first assembly. So, time to put lube there and be really generous with lube, because the excess lube will eke back into the frame, helping lubing the plunger tube sliding into the frame. Then insert the plunger rod with the bolt handle on the right and the hook on the top, like this. So it will work. Then take your stringing time. Take your string. This is a 6mm string, which is not the biggest one that can fit there. And then I've not tried yet to go bigger than 3/8 or 9.5mm string. So take your handle, put it there into the frame. And then before closing the frame, I forgot, put the frame tabs I don't put all of them yet, it's just a test fit. Well, and then assemble the other half of the frame. Here we go. Having this in place, usually just those two pins here will be enough for it not to open. So, does it catch? Yes, it catch. And then does it release? Yes. So take your string, put it in your magwell string holes. If you're using a really big string, you need to give a lot of room first. Insert everything. Here we go. Time to tie the string, which will be a workout. It's now time to tie the string. To have the most power, I first catch the plunger, then holding it with my feet, put the strings in the muzzle. I like to have the bow on the underside, and here it gets a bit tricky. You need to fully stretch the string without sending the blaster into your stomach. Okay, here it is. This is just a test nut. You can do better, cuter nuts than this. And then got a dart. Fire.